Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ashwini, and today I'm going to explain about some project management topics, that is the ISO, CMM, Six Sigma, Lean, and KANBAN. My course instructor is Vaishali Wangikar ma'am. In this video, we are going to see the introduction, principle, working, merits, and demerits. First, the ISO. ISO 900 family of standards are used as quality management system, and they are designed to help organization to ensure that they meet the needs of customers and the other stakeholders while meeting regulatory requirements related to a product. The ISO, it is founded in 1946 in Geneva, Switzerland, and it is a series of standards, and they are internationally recognized and developed by ISO, that is the International Organization for Standardization. The ISO 9001 is built upon seven key principles, and those principles are the engagement of people, customer focus, leadership, process approach, improvement, evidence based decision making, and relationship management. ISO 9000 is set up as a collection of guidelines that help a company establish, maintain, and improve a quality management system. It is a process oriented approach, and there are three main types of audit, that is, first, second, and third. The first audit is an internal audit. It encourages these type of audits so that an organization can get feedback quickly from those who know the company best. However, this audit process cannot be viewed as impartial. Second party audit allows for a consumer to evaluate the performance on an organization, and in third party audit, an independent certification body comes into an organization and evaluate it in terms of the ISO 9000 guidelines. If an organization meets the requirements of the standards, then it becomes the ISO 9000, and it carries a seals of quality reorganized throughout the world. Now comes to the merits. The advantages of the ISO is that the implementation of ISO, it helps the customer get quality product, and it also helps in having easy market entry for the product. It eliminates the process error and inefficiency. It helps in obtaining easy approval on bank loan and business licenses. It also increases consumer satisfaction with company using ISO practices, and it also offers internal effectiveness and efficiency. It increases market share and profitability. Now comes the disadvantages. The stakeholders do not have adequate understanding of ISO 9000 certification process, so it requires training to implement it successfully. It is quite expensive to establish quality management system, and it requires heavy emphasis on documentation. The period to achieve ISO certification is very lengthy, and it requires month of effort. The standardization is prone to failure when the company is interested in certification before quality. The next is the CMM. CMM, it is a methodology which is used to develop refine maturity of an organization software development process. It is developed by SIE in mid 1980s. It is a process improvement approach to assess an organization against a scale of 5 process maturity levels. It deals with the what process should be implemented, and not so much with how processes should be implemented. So each maturity level comprises a predefined set of process areas, which is KDA, that is the key process area. And these KDAs contain the goals, commitments, ability, measurement, and verification. So the level of CMM, that is the capability maturity level, is the first level is the initial, which consists of the work is performed informally. Second is repeatable, that is work is planned and tracked. Third level is the defined, in which work is well defined. Fourth is the managed, work is quantitatively controlled. And fifth one is the optimizing, work is based upon continuous improvement. The advantages. So the first is the greater insights into existing business processes. So having a business framework such as CMM, ITIL, COBIT, so, or the countless others that have been professionally developed can provide significant insights into organizational performances. So one of the main benefit of this is that business professionals can clearly define the capabilities and processes they need to succeed. Then the an understanding of what works and what wasn't and how to make improvement. Next advantage is a detailed assessment of individual business practices and processes is done. So the demerits of CMM is that it determines what a process should address instead of how it should be implemented. So it does not explain every possibility of software process improvement. It concentrates on software issues, but it does not consider strategic business planning. So adopting new technologies or establishing product line and managing human resources. It does not tell on what kind of business an organization should be in. And CMM will not be useful in the project having a crisis right now. The principle of CMM is that today CMM act as a seal of approval in the software industry. It helps in various ways to protect, improve the software quality, and it also guides towards repeatable standard process, and it hence reduces the learning time on how to get things done. Practicing CMM means practicing standard protocols for development, which means it not only helps the team to save time, but also gives a clear view of what to do and what to expect. The quality activities get well with the project rather than thought of a separate event. It acts as a commuter between the project and the team. The next topic is the Six Sigma rule. It is a process that makes use of statistics and data analysis to analyze and reduce efforts or defects. In this process, the purpose is to improve cycle times while reducing manufacturing defects no more than 3.5 defects per million unit. So the concept of Six Sigma has a simple goal, that is delivering near perfect goods and services for business transformation for optimal customer satisfaction. The key principles of Six Sigma is that it focuses on the customer, it measures the value stream, and it finds the problem. It get rid of the junk, it keeps the ball rolling, and it ensures the flexible and responsive ecosystem. The merit. Spotting the potential for defects before they occur, then eliminating them is cheaper than fixing problems after they happen. So Six Sigma analyzes your company's process in data heavy, making it easy to spot problems and to solve them promptly. It is about continuous improvement rather than one time fix. If your initial solution is improving processes, that don't work out, then Six Sigma professionals are prepared to move on to the next, even if it never hit the 99.99% defect free rate. So Six Sigma can save money by reducing returns. The demerits. Six Sigma is about quality improvement and not cost reduction. So improving quality and eliminating defects can cost money in the form of increased overhead, and also it add investment in machinery. So achieving the Six Sigma often requires better equipment, improved testing system, and more quality checks and tighter tolerance. So this can consume a lot of resources. The statistical analysis necessary for Six Sigma requires a commitment of resources. So if you commit to Six Sigma and your competitors doesn't, then your product or services will become higher quality, worth of a higher price. So some customers, however, may prefer cheaper products over quality. The next method is the lean. Lean manufacturing is a production system that focuses on reducing waste, creating customer value, and seeking continuous process improvement. This is achieved by applying lean project management principles, techniques, and tools. The lean methodology was first implemented in Toyota production system, which revolutionized the company's manufacturing process. The principle of lean manufacturing is that the first is the value. So before you start identifying and eliminating waste, you need to define what's valuable for the customer. So once the customer defines what's valuable for them, you can create a product that has only what's necessary and remove all the unnecessary work and components associated with it. Then comes the value stream mapping. A value stream map allows the managers to visualize each step in the production process to identify ways and opportunities for improvement. The next is the to create the flow. So one of the goals of lean processing is process improvement. This is because once you improve the steps in the value stream, then you can reduce your production lead time. So you can reduce the production lead time. The next principle is the pull system. The pull system consists in starting new work only when this customers demand for it. So this is what's supposed just in type production. And the fifth principle is the continuous improvement. This lean principle consists in constantly using lean techniques like value stream mapping to find and eliminate waste. The lean manufacturing merits is the it improves the quality. Uh, it also inventor the management. It process improvement. It eliminates the waste. It also reduces the time and the total cost. The demerits of the lean is that it lacks the strategic focus, lack of proper IT systems, the time factor, the human factor, cutting things too fine, and harnessing lean manufacturing for success. Last topic is the Kanban. Kanban is a popular framework which is used to implement agile and DevOps software development. It requires real-time communication of capacity and full transparency of work. Work items are represented visually on a Kanban board, allowing team members to see the state of every piece of work at any time. The principle of Kanban is it starts with what you do now. So agree to pursue incremental evolutionary change. Respect the current process, role and responsibilities, and titles, and encourages act of leadership at all the levels in your organization. The merits are the planning flexibility, shortened time cycles, fewer bottlenecks, visual metrics, and continuous delivery. The demerits is the board has to be up to date because an outdated Kanban board may can cause issues in the process of development. Sometimes the boards can become too complicated for the Kanban team. There is no timing, so the different phases don't have time frames attached for them. Thank you. That's all for today's presentation.